The Good Life, all month long on the stations and networks of KUAM. Check the KUAM News app or KUAM.com for all program listings.
KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Cars Plus reminds you to put your phone down while driving. Distractions won't get you there. Heads Up Guam, IP&E, Fueling Excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And steaks, ribs, seafood, and our famous Fresh Garden Bar. Ruby Tuesday. Good times you can taste.
Coming up on Prime Time, concerns have been raised about the proposal that could expedite payments to war claim survivors. Nestor Lecanto has that story. Plus, artifacts have been unearthed on the future site of the Marine Corps base. And KUM's Julia Santos tells you how you can help our friends in Chuuk, who will continue to recover from the effects of the last storm. If you're streaming us or watching us on TV, Hafaday, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Jason Salas. And concern has been raised tonight that a new proposal by your governor and speaker to expedite payments to war claim survivors could hurt efforts to push through payments for all. But Adelup says not only will it not undermine the process, it will speed up long-delayed compensation for many. It's our top story tonight with Nestor Lecanto.
The governor says the windfall of not having to pay Medicaid matching funds this fiscal year frees up money in the general fund to pay war claims specifically for survivors. But Congressman Michael Sanicla says using local funds might muddle his efforts to release money that was set aside in a war claims fund that can't be released because of a technical flaw in the enabling legislation by former Congresswoman Madeline Bordallo. But Acting Governor Joshua Tenorio says the governor's plan complements what the delegate is doing.
In my mind, we have several opportunities in the air. We have a congressional opportunity and some federal legislation, and his responsibility is to shepherd that.
Tenorio says while the bill is winding through Congress, there's no reason now why they can't speed claims payments for survivors.
Right now, we have a growing, dwindling number of people, and already 75 years. We need to act now.
Adelup is also working with the White House on an administrative remedy to get the claims money released. But we spoke with former Congressman Robert Underwood, who says it's best to make sure the feds understand what they're trying to do and get it in writing.
But it's really important that they have those conversations before the local legislation is passed to make sure that it doesn't complicate it further, and that the money actually comes back to the government of Guam.
The money is from taxes paid by federal employees here that are paid back to GovGuam. In other words, it was due to Guam anyway. Underwood says there was actually a time under his predecessor, Congressman Ben Blas, when Washington agreed to put up separate funds.
There were deals offered to do exactly that. And always at the last minute there was some hesitancy, sometimes on the part of local officials, to go along with it, in which case it blew up the process. And so this goes back, 25, 30 years.
So now, as the 75th anniversary of liberation approaches, the governor and the speaker are rushing to get survivors paid as soon as possible. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
In other news, several new discoveries of our island's past have been unearthed on the site of the future Marine base, also known as the ancient Chamorro village of Magua, as well as the site for the live fire training range complex up in Jigo. In notices obtained by KUAM written by Marine Corps Activity Guam, several inadvertent discoveries were made containing fire features or potential earth ovens, Latte period ceramic scatters, various lithics and shell artifacts. A notice was sent last week to the State Historic Preservation Office to inform them of their mitigation and data recovery efforts, which includes the deployment of a crew of archaeologists to conduct and oversee soil removal, sampling, and excavation. June 6 memos cite the research having taken anywhere between 2 weeks to a month. The office confirms that they'll conduct a visit to both sites this week. Well, just days before her confirmation hearing, a recorded outburst from newly appointed Mass Transit Board member Evelyn Duenas has surfaced. Chris Barnett spoke with Duenas and has more in our next report.
Evelyn Duenas says she lost her temper and had an outburst at an August 2017 Guam Regional Mass Transit Authority meeting. The recording of the meeting and the outburst making its rounds to the media before Duenas' confirmation hearing Thursday at the legislature.
Don't tell me to stop! Enough of this! You people don't even control this! No! No! I'm not stopping!
Dueñas is telling KUAM News she was upset because a complaint about her was brought before the board in the public comment part of the meeting. She maintains that complaint should have been confidential and routed through the agency's customer service reps. While she's sorry for her outburst, she says she was frustrated because the Mass Transit Board allowed her name in the complaint against her, which, according to the recording, involved Dueñas allegedly threatening a driver to be released publicly. And she says they did it because she has a record of fighting for improved services for transit riders. Dueñas, born with cerebral palsy and has been an advocate for persons with disabilities, serving on many boards and commissions.
The word I would use in a training is assertiveness. I took it on that level first, and then from assertive it went to aggressiveness. So, it really was not appropriate for me to do, but at the same token too, it just was it was a lot of frustration, and they just allowed it to continue to happen.
You better stop! I'm getting out of my way! Don't tell me to stop! You people always sticking those into my freaking business!
I apologize for what I have said. It shouldn't have gone that far. I left it as water under the bridge, but of course they heard that they saw my confirmation at the legislature, of course, and it bothered them, and I guess this is where it's at now.
Dueñas says it's no secret she's rubbed GRMTA the wrong way over the years, even drawing a suspension from paratransit last year. But she says she's passionate about improving services, something she tells KUAM she'll bring to the table if she's confirmed to the Mass Transit Board.
I speak up literally not for me, but for the community as a whole, because I know how I'm familiar with the system. I've been riding for 35 years now, so this is the worst it's ever gotten.
Ironically, while we interviewed Dueñas, she was called by GRMTA and told she'd have to wait 3 hours to be picked up, something she says is an indication the transit has not been a GovGuam priority for years.
Transit was left in the back burner, and it included, many people that had the authority to make changes, but did make the changes.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
GPD seeking the help from the community in locating 2 people of interest wanted for questioning relative to thefts. They are 50-year-old Victoria Milagracia and Jeffrey Lazama, who is 35. Both are considered to be dangerous and should not be approached. If you have information about their whereabouts, call 472-8911. You can also go to KUAM Crime Stoppers on the web at guam.crimestoppersweb.com. A-list Cimarron was sentenced to life in prison as he, along with Malo Sally, were charged for the death of a 42-year-old Mingilao man. In 2017, Gilbert Alvarez was at a Mingilao baseball field when he agreed to give Cimarron and Sally a ride home. Instead, the two beat him to death and stole his truck. Sally had entered a plea agreement and sentenced to 15 years. Cimarron will be eligible for parole in 20. A 39-year-old man in other news has been arrested for multiple burglaries that occurred between now and January. Rocky Quintanilla was connected to 5 burglary complaints in Harmon and Tamuning. In all the complaints, a Nissan pickup was used. On Saturday, police spotted the suspect vehicle in Dedido. However, the operator gave chase. Although the pursuit ended in a stumbo, Quintanilla did flee on foot. Police later found him and detained him. He was charged with burglary, criminal mischief, criminal facilitation, criminal trespass, conspiracy, reckless driving, eluding a police officer, having an expired registration, not having insurance, assault on a police officer, and no valid driver's license. He was booked and confined. Well, an early morning high-speed chase over the weekend landed 2 brothers in jail. Just before 5 a.m. Sunday, police noticed a stolen car in Mingilao. When they tried to pull it over, the driver took off. While in Chagampago, the driver jumped out of the car and got into another stolen car and took off towards Sinahanya. In a second high-speed chase, it ended with a crash and a marked patrol cruiser in Agana Heights. 29-year-old Cameron Guerrero was arrested and a 17-year-old was confined at DYA. Both were charged with multiple crimes, including theft of a motor vehicle, drug possession, and reckless driving. Well, Tyler Regis is accused of using an ATM card that belonged to someone else who died more than a year ago. The 24-year-old was caught on surveillance video using the card as Bank Pacific last month filed a fraud complaint. According to the magistrate complaint, more than $30,000 worth of withdrawals were made from the deceased's account, with Regis allegedly admitted to making withdrawals on 30 different occasions. Over the weekend, he turned himself in after video was posted on social media. Regis was charged with identity theft and general theft. Well, today's arraignment of Dexter Long was continued as he was recently indicted on federal drug charges connected to the attempted possession of close to 1,000 gross grams of meth. In one instance, law enforcement stopped 530 grams of meth from coming in from Hawaii, and in another instance in which 377 grams of meth was mailed. His arraignment has been moved to the 17th as he was remanded to the marshals. Also tonight, another person has come forward alleging sexual molestation against a priest. The latest, filed by a man going only as BBB, alleges that when he was 14, he was molested by priest Father Andrew Mineta. BBB was incarcerated at the juvenile school in Manila known as DYA, where Mineta was chaplain. Court documents describe an incident during which the priest invited him to his room at the Sinanya Friary and molested him. Mineta has been accused of sexual abuse in the past, not only here on Guam. In 2007, the Catholic Diocese of Honolulu reached a settlement for $375,000 to avoid trial. BBB seeks up to $5 million in damages. Also tonight, balloon releases like the ones they do for special events or when they honor a loved one may be banned. Senator Sabina Perez says when she drafted what is being called the balloon bill after she was approached by constituents who are concerned about the impacts to sea life, particularly sea turtles and sea birds.
So apparently what happens is the balloon, when it releases, eventually it expands and pops and it falls back to the earth. So it's considered delayed littering. And so, but how it comes back, it looks like it looks like jellyfish basically, and which is one of the key diet components of sea turtles.
Regarding businesses that provide balloon release services, Senator Perez says none have contacted her, but she plans on reaching out to discuss the negative environmental impacts posed by the activity.
You know, there are potential other options. There could be alternatives to this. It doesn't have to be balloon releases. It could be something that is, more environmentally friendly. So I'm willing to sit down with businesses and hopefully we can come to a positive solution.
She cited the recent passing of a bond to finance the expansion of our landfill as asking the island community to take part in zero waste efforts. We're back after this.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
We value relationships because when we commit,
I love you guys until you're 80, until you're 90, until you're 100, forever.
We are in it for the long run, so you can enjoy the moments that matter. Because when we commit to relationships, we never stop caring. Calvo's Select Care, health care that is always there for you.
The next generation Galaxy has arrived. See it and believe it. The Infinity O display is the most innovative Galaxy screen yet. Capture the wider world. Take stunning photos with a 123-degree field of vision. Use your phone to charge other wireless charging devices. Don't just stand out, stand apart.
When it comes to power and performance, nothing compares to Dodge. And right now at Cars Plus in Mighty, you can save thousands on many Dodge vehicles in stock during our Dodge Performance Days. Like a new 2019 Grand Caravan SE, save $4,250. Or save $6,150 on a new Durango SXT. Looking for more power? Take home a new Charger SXT Plus today for only $37,689. Or save over $7,000 on a new Challenger GT. Get more power and performance at Cars Plus in Mighty during Dodge Performance Days. Cars Plus, driven by you.
$400,000 from the Tourist Attraction Fund will be used to send a delegation of 100 Guam artists and performers to the 13th FestPac. Today at the Guam Museum, Department of Chamorro Affairs head Anne-Marie Arceo said the journey to FestPac 2020 starts now. They're looking for committee chairs to lead 4 FestPac prep boards to include performing arts, literary arts, demonstrations, and special events. The chairs, who must submit applications by June 28th, will help select who will represent Guam in Hawaii. 100 slots are available, with Acting Governor Josh Tenorio says he's working with the host island to ask for more slots. FestPac's been held every 4 years since 1972 and consists of 27 Pacific Island nations and territories coming together. Well, it is a sign of the changing dynamics of the tourism industry, with GVB hosting its first ever global digital summit in August, dubbed the Insta-Guam Travel Talks Tech Conference. Experts and social media influencers will be invited to educate the local industry on the latest trends. President Pilar Laguatne with GVB explains this latest initiative.
By doing this kind of summit, we bring to our community ways that they can also become ambassadors of Guam. You know, GVB puts out a message in our overseas markets, but each of our citizens are empowered to do the same thing with the use of their marketing message using social media.
She says the importance of digital marketing is growing, and so will the amount of money they spend. A breakdown of arrivals attributable to digital marketing, its overall percentage of the marketing budget, was not immediately available today.
It has a very critical role in it, and it's becoming more and more important today, more than ever before, that we use different platforms very specific to the markets itself, and to understand each market and what their more popular platforms are.
The day-long summit is scheduled about 2 months from now at the Dusatani. GVB will spend about $260,000 on the event, but expects to recover much of those costs through sponsorships. Well, the governor signed a pair of bills over the weekend. Both set up groups to tackle separate issues. One bill by Senator Kelly Marsh Taitino creates a commission to promote Guam's perspective in the midst of Spain's global celebration of the first circumnavigation of the globe by Magellan. The other by Senator Tello Taitigui sets up a task force to recommend how used oil will be managed once the Cabras power plant, where the oil's been burned for many years, is eventually shut down. Well, our island is being called upon to help our friends in Chuuk. Julia Santos reports now on a rice relief effort.
The Fonini Achocho Sensu Athletic Club, led by John Howard, is working with the office of Senator Clint Rigel, the FSM Consul General, and the Adzuta Foundation to organize a rice relief drive for the people living in the northwest islands of Chuuk, known as the Nomunweto Atoll. Senator Rigel says the region affected consists of low-lying sea level islands.
So anytime there's a little bit of a storm surge now, salt water gets into these islands, and the salt water, it's called saltwater intrusion, actually damages taro specifically.
The senator explained that taro is the main starch in their diet, and the damaged patches will take a long time to recover.
So if you have some rice you'd like to donate, any size of rice, whatever you can donate, the community would really appreciate it, and you can donate by dropping it off at the FSM Consulate office.
The drive was initiated by John Howard, who says that he was inspired by the Chuukese Catholic Church's efforts to collect donations from their congregation. With the help of his organization, the FAS Athletic Club, he reached out to the FSM Consulate, Senator Rigel's office, and the Adzuta Foundation.
With the help of former Senator Frank Plus, I also reached out to him if he can assist us arranging the shipment of the rice, and he said that he already arranged the container. It's a 20-foot container. But the only thing that we need to do is just to fill up the container with rice.
Howard says the athletic club not only works with the youth, they try to assist efforts they believe are important and go toward benefiting others.
We do something that good for our community, but at the same time we also learn how to improve and how to make it bigger, because typhoon will always come back. We like to ask our Chuukese community, we have a huge community on Guam. If they can at least donate one rice or something that will make a difference, especially the people back home would appreciate that we remember them.
The container, provided by former Senator Frank Blas and the Adzuta Foundation, is set to leave Guam by June 15. You can make your donations at the FSM Consul General's office. You can contact the FSM Consulate at 646-9154 or 55. For Guam's News Network, I'm Julia Santos.
On Sunday, UOG hosted the Guam Health Providers Cancer Symposium at the Westin. You Are the Key to Cancer Prevention was a theme and featured presentations on data on colorectal cancer and oral cancer locally, attitudes and beliefs around screening and current screening and guidelines, and understanding oral cancer. The event was free to all healthcare professionals and was limited to 80 participants. Well, with June being LGBTQ Pride Month, an array of activities and events has been planned. Be Proud, Be You is this year's theme, with one event that many has looked forward to is the 3rd annual Guam Pride March and Festival held on the Guam Museum Saturday. Taking part and leading the close to 200 people while carrying a huge pride flag were the governor and lieutenant governor. Following the march was a festival featuring vendors, food, and live entertainment. We have regional headlines for you now. Here's KSPN 2 News.
Half a day Guam. Here are the top headlines for CNMI.
The Board of Education has voted to cut salary increases of public school system employees by 50%, and teachers are concerned.
About 150 people, teachers mostly, gathered because we received news today. We were asked to sign a memorandum and an addendum about the coming pay cuts with PSS, and the emotion in this room was really supercharged. A lot of people were emotional, some were angry, many were scared and fearful about what the future would hold because of the financial hardships that this would bring, and also frustrations of questions that were raised over budgets and where the money is and why we didn't receive this information sooner.
Would you guys support a walkout by teachers, a demonstration on Capitol Hill or something of this sort as the minority legislators?
I would join you.
Originally, PSS was given around $42.8 million, but communication with the Ways and Means in the previous months reduced that amount by around $7.5.
In terms of your immediate concerns, the cuts that are being proposed in for your own salaries, it's really ultimately, it really comes down to the administration transferring the money to PSS.
We don't know how bad it's going to get, guys, and we don't know where to find the money. When we fought for the least painful option, we fought for that because we wanted to make sure nobody went payless. But it could get worse, and there is no other money to find. There's no money to leverage.
A memorandum was given to every teacher, letting them know their contracts will be modified. Each teacher has 30 days to sign the PSS contract addendum and return by June 21st, 2019, or they will be terminated. The memorandum states, quote, "If you do not sign the addendum and do not notify the Human Resources Office of your refusal to sign, you will be released from employment no later than 90 days from the date of this letter on September 4th, 2019. You will receive payback for those 90 days for whatever amount was reduced," end quote. House Speaker B.J. Atau has called for a first day third special session for Tuesday, June 11th, 2019 at 1 p.m. in the House chamber.
How many of you have actually agreed to sign on to that addendum? No. Nobody yet?
But you're going to be started.
But what if nobody signed it?
So they fired everybody.
So everybody will get terminated?
Reporting for KSPN, I'm Ashley McDowell.
For more news, visit saipantv.com. For KSPN2, I'm Ashley McDowell.
There's more after this.
Make every day a plus.
MTO, professional janitorial services with a warm hospitality touch. MTO gives that gift year-round. Pressure wash roofs, pressure wash driveways, lawn service, home cleaning, carpet restoration, office cleaning, commercial window cleaning, floor care. When cleaning is in order, MTO has you covered. Call 647-6861 to inquire on how you can receive the maintenance you deserve.
MTO, celebrating 30 years with you, Guam.
Matson is in this community. We've been in this community for decades. We're gonna be in this community for decades to come. Things will get busy, things will get quiet, but we're gonna be here. We're your hometown carrier. And that matters to us.
Reliability is the core of our business. We take pride in ensuring that we arrive in Guam on time as scheduled.
It's our local employees who understand the market, who understand the business, and provide that hard work for you each and every day.
When we hold ourselves to high standards, our customers also hold us to high standards. We establish good business relationships that turn into friendships. That's why it's so important to be here and be trusted by your customers. We want you to trust Matson like your friend, like your family.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. We'll take a look at some GHRA basketball semifinals in just a bit. But first off, an interview with Muay Thai champion Joe Gogo. Check it out. Guam's Joe Gogo was recently on island enjoying time with the family and getting in some training at Guam Muay Thai and Still Athletics. He left island today to head back to San Diego to prepare for his upcoming fight.
It's been fun, a lot of time with the family, eating that good barbecue, and just trying to enjoy the island, you know, while I'm home, soaking it all up, making sure that I get my energy from the land.
Gogo holds 3 belts in Muay Thai and 1 MMA belt. Joe has fought in Hawaii, Las Vegas, San Diego, Mexico, China, and LA.
I have a fight in 6 weeks. It's a 4-man tournament in this organization called Versus. I'm focused on that right now, but I want to make my way back to mixed martial arts by the end of this year. By the end of this year, I want to get back on the ground, doing my jiu-jitsu, getting back on the mats and working on my wrestling, and you know, getting back in the cage.
When he's not training for a fight, you can catch Joe in the gym doing his thing as a coach, getting people in shape. A graduate from University of Hawaii with a bachelor's in kinesiology and rehabilitative science, he's putting that degree to good use.
I believe in using martial arts because it's fun. You're not limited. I mean, you're not really limited in the fitness game either, but when I open the doors to martial arts, it's fun to watch my clients or anybody, students in general, just grow as a martial artist. It's not always about fighting, it's about becoming a martial artist.
Joe has some advice to young and upcoming fighters stepping into the cage or ring. Grind and put in that work if you're serious about mixed martial arts.
Number one thing, drillers make killers. Don't be above drilling. Whatever your coach says to do it. There's a reason they tell you to go on those 3-mile runs, to do 5 rounds in the bag, to do your push-ups. There's a reason they say it. It all comes together. Don't be above the little things.
GHRA Basketball League semifinals, ST Corp taking on KFC. Winner moves on to the championship game to face MVP. Elias David with the bucket baseline, 19 points for David. Edgardo Baza with the game-high 27 points for ST Corp. KN Nethon, 6 points for KFC. Short-range jumper was cocoa butter smooth. Sean O'Hara hit for 21 points. 3-pointer from up top is good. KFC hit 11 shots from the outside. Jeffrey Ignacio with the answer for ST Corp back down the other way. KFC pulled out the double-digit win, 75-54 to face MVP in the championship game. In the title game, KFC had to beat MVP twice to be crowned champs. Tony Shea with 21 points for MVP as they went on to win 47-29. Teammate Darren Hechanova added 12. KFC's Elias David put up 15 points in his team's losing effort. Congratulations to all of this year's athletes who were nominated for the 2018-2019 Shea Suying Scholar Athlete of the Year. Guam High's Alexia Brown and FD's Matias Calvo were selected as this year's winners. Brown will be attending University of Mary Hardin Baylor in Texas. Calvo will be attending Dartmouth College.
Dad the perfect gift now. The Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus for as low as $38.50 per month when you join the Now program. Come in before Father's Day and receive a free JBL speaker and Galaxy earbuds. That's over $150 worth of free gifts on us. Happy Father's Day from Docomo Pacific. Better together. Some conditions apply.
Turn up summer with Minute Maid slushies, only at McDonald's. Enjoy 3 refreshingly chill flavors, new sweet peach, blue raspberry, and fruit punch, while summer lasts.
Check out Triple J's spectacular deals going on now during the hot summer savings event. 0 down and no payments for 90 days. Get into a Kia Sportage or Mazda CX-5 at only $21,995 or $168 per paycheck. The big boy truck, the Ford F-150, starting at $229 per paycheck. Or the Honda Civic starting at only $166 per paycheck. Triple J says yes. Purchase your next vehicle online at triplejguam.com today. Triple J, customers first.
Here's tonight's birthday shoutouts. All right, everybody, we have some happy birthday messages to get to, and it is a great happy birthday Monday for the Rosalind family. Here's why. Christopher has a birthday on Monday, June 10th, saying, "Have a great day. Love Dad, Benny Jr., and the entire family." And happy belated birthday to Benny Jr. himself. We love you to the moon and back. Have a wonderful day. Say Mom and all your boys. That is truly, truly awesome. Also having a belated birthday wish is Zion Baza. So we hope Zion, Benny Jr., Christopher, and everybody with a birthday had the most wonderful day. Stay right there. Our Mommy Makeover special is next.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E. Explore your world.